and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking to us together, 'cause we don't know how. You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it if there's nothing at all. We've been together, oh, we've been together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. It's what they say is, then what makes, then what makes, then what makes, then what makes, then what makes love exception. So why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why, my baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking to us together, 'cause we don't know how.
Well, child, cuties, I gotta play that again. I'm out of breath. I just ran upstairs to get me some socks. My feet were freezing. Let me catch my breath. Come on in, hit the like button for me.
My baby don't mess around because she loves me so, and this I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad for sticking to us together, 'cause we don't know how. You think you got it, oh, you think you got it, but got it, just don't get it if there's nothing at all. We've been together, oh, we've been together, but separate's always better when there's feelings involved. It's what they say is, then what makes, then what makes, then what makes, then what makes, then what makes love exception. So why, oh, why, oh, why, oh, why,
All right. Ooh, child. Baby. Knee hurt and everything from running up there. Thank you to my cutie night owls. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Look, I was sitting here and I got a whole list of hot topics. And I said, why not go live? Whoever is up is up. Thank you guys for joining me. I do want to say to you guys, though, please make sure to double check and make sure you are still subscribed. That goes to Cutie Crew members as well. I've had, and I'm not exaggerating, at least 10 or 11 people to reach out to me over the weekend. And then one of my special Cutie Crew sisters reached out to me today. And yeah, she was unsubscribed. She had to subscribe back to the membership, all of that. So double check. YouTube is tripping. I've been noticing it for the past couple weeks, actually, because I keep hitting 28.4. Then it drop under. Then it go back up. Then it drop. I don't know what's going on. So just double check. Hey, Real Talk. How are you, sis? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Thank you for joining me. Shout out to you guys. Since I wasted time, we're going to jump right in. We're at the 6-minute mark and we're going to go over some hot topics. Shout out to the cutie mods in the building. Shout out to each and every one of you cuties. And shout out to the cutie crew. The Vegas is counting down. Yes, it is. Cutie crew, join me tomorrow for a midday morning brew. I do want to say this publicly right now. Please, let's not forget to keep 2 of our Cutie Crew sisters in our prayers. Philly Girl for Life is having a procedure done tomorrow, as well as our sister Danya. So let's be clear, everybody. But join me tomorrow, 1:30 Central Standard Time, just for a Cutie Crew morning brew. And we'll chat about whatever you guys want to chat about. But I want to start trying to get that throughout the week, early in the day as well when I can. All right. But we gonna go ahead, Veronica Monroe. We're going to go ahead and get into some hot topics. I have a lot. But I'm going to start off for me with the most serious one. And this does concern B. Simone as well as Melody Cherie, 2 separate incidents, but the same damn thing. And look, I know how we feel about, well, I'm not going to say we. It is not that I dislike B. Simone. It's just, she do a lot of stunts. You know what I'm saying? The last time that we heard from B. Simone, she was chatting with her girlfriend. Her girlfriend was sharing her life story with child, and all she could say was Jesus. Jesus. You guys remember that, don't you? Put a 1 in the chat if you remember that. And again, it's not like I dislike her. But that wasn't the first stunt. The whole journal or whatever that was she did a couple years ago, she just have, in my opinion, only scamming like tendencies to make some quick money and gone on about her business. But what happened to her over the weekend was not right. And what happened to Melody Cherie wasn't right as well. Shout out to Too Blessed for You, because I did catch Mel's live on her channel. So I'll go through both. Both of these incidents concerns men disrespecting women. What's really going on? What's really going on? And I started to make a video earlier and I ended up deleting it halfway through because it's something that I really wanted to discuss. I don't know where all of you guys were raised, but I'm from the Shy. And yeah, I don't know about now. It's a lot of YNs that's just doing whatever the hell they want to do today. But during my time, 2 things were off limits: women and children. Women and children. And I don't know if it's like that where you guys stay. But yeah, this disturbed me. Both what happened to B. Simone, we'll look at that, and then I'll go over what happened to Melody Cherie. I don't want to share Too Blessed for You's video. I did not contact her for permission. And it's on YouTube, and you guys know how that is. But go ahead and take a look at what happened to B. Simone. This was a group of male streamers, and they followed her through Target and to her car. And this is bogus. No matter what I feel about her, she's a woman. And again, it's not like I dislike her. Just some of the things that she's done, but she did not deserve this. And I am over this. I don't know about you guys. I am over watching videos that show our men, whether they are younger or older, just having a lack of respect when it comes to their own kind. It's crazy to me. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk. Let me go ahead and put this banner up here. This is covered under the Copyright Act of 1976, and it is allowed for comment, news reporting, all of the above. Okay, but take a look, guys. Hey, Aunt Debbie, I enjoyed your live.
Hey, what she do though? I don't know. Bro, she don't know what that is. Nah, what should she do? Nothing but spread the gospel. Okay, that's what I like to hear. James is king, goddammit. James is king.
So ignorant.
Okay, you the big one, not the little one. The big one, not the little one. Yeah. What is that? Oh,
that's horrible to me. How do you guys feel about that? I'm going to continue to play, but you saw her on the escalator inside the store. B. Simone, I'm not going to say this. I believe this video, but I hope like hell this wasn't a setup. I don't know why that just popped up in my head because it didn't earlier, and I'm just going to erase it. This some bullshit. Let's continue.
Oh, that B. Simone? What the fuck? Yo, shut the fuck. Nigga, I don't be on my phone like that, nigga. I be taking money, nigga. I don't know who the that is, nigga. So, nigga, now that y'all said it, she be on the all the time, nigga. I know now. I'm writing books and shit, nigga. I don't know who the fuck that was. Wait, she used to fuck with the baby? Yeah, she had like a big crush on me. Y'all niggas know more than me.
Now, the only time that I saw a tad bit of fear is when that last gentleman just said, oh, she used to F with the baby. Because I don't know if you guys know, I'll give you just a brief overview of similar situation that happened to rapper The Baby. The Baby was inside a store. Some folks approached him, and one of the guys didn't make it out alive. And the charges were dropped from The Baby for protecting himself. And look, I'm not saying that should be your first act. You know what I mean? Pulling out a pow and making it do what it do. But I felt so sad for her in this moment and scared. You know what I mean? Because, she's a comedian as well. And it just looked like to me she was trying to laugh things off. She did clap back when they said that she fell off and all of that. But am I overreacting? Let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. Shout out to 150 for you. Am I overreacting? Was this too much? These people have no training, zero home training. And you know what I think? Look, we talked about some little young thugs earlier today, and I'm gonna get into that. I honestly believe that a lot of people don't know who to step to. You got them as young as single digits to teenage years and all of the above. And I don't know if grown men just see things like this. And sometimes they do. We've seen videos and they just don't try to step up and protect a woman. This was absolutely ridiculous to me. It really, really was. And what I'm glad at is the majority of the comments over here says exactly how I feel. The comments passed the vibe check. This person said, this is not okay at all. She's a woman. A group of men following her and taunting her is not okay. Here for Hot T said, that's why we don't talk to men at all in public because they are always doing too much. Enough is enough. Another comment, teach y'all sons that everybody not playing with them. See, they gonna follow somebody to the wrong car one day, and they gonna scream, I feel threatened. They was following me. That's on the camera. And you can absolutely end up right down there at the county morgue somewhere playing games. Oh, this upset me. It really, really did. And I was already hot. Okay. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey, Mocha. Mocha said, people need to leave people alone. I'm so tired of the bullying and disrespect. And that's just what that is. That is straight bullying. Disrespectful for sure. It's in the title. You know, I felt scared for her in that moment. You know, thank goodness she made it to our car. Thank goodness she was able to get on up out of there. But, you know, it's so many people that just, some, I'm not going to say all, these YNs, because that's how I'm going to address them. If you don't know what YNs is young Negroes, young Iggers that is out of control. And look, if she would have defended herself, rightfully so, in my opinion, then it would be they mammies that's on the news saying they was good boys. They ain't do nothing to nobody. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. That blind lady, welcome, welcome, welcome. You said if they don't know, then they will soon F around and find out. Facts. Facts. Simone said far too many of these um um uh it heads like gamer streamers being disrespectful to black women. Yes. Yes. And you know, they do it for clicks and views. Somebody gonna be click, click, clank, clank, and viewing that ass. That's what's gonna happen. Somebody gonna be viewing you at your wake. It's horrible. It's scary. Ladies, protect yourself. And speaking of that, I'm gonna go ahead and get into the next similar situation. So I was listening to Too Blessed for You's YouTube video. Melody Cherie was disrespected as well by some YNs over the weekend, right there in Huntsville at a gas station with her 3 girls. And she said that she got out, you know. Look, I was scared for a couple reasons because we know that Mel got that G-Wagon. We know that's a hot, hot car. You know what I'm saying? She worked hard for it. She got it. But it is YNs like, I'm sure the ones that she encountered that immediately, in my opinion, saw a woman getting out of it and felt some type of way. So Mel said when she approached, you know, and trying to get in the gas station, she said, "Excuse me." And she specified that she didn't say, "Excuse me," you know, in a rude, mean, you know, type of way. And it was some drama that followed. You know, they came in the store. One of them asked her, "Hey, were you disrespecting me?" And look, I know that, especially in that situation, when it comes to Mel, that it's best to remain cool, calm, and collected. She's a woman. She was by herself, other than her 3 girls that was with her. But she had to make a phone call and call security to come up there. That's scary to me. Where did the respect go when it comes to our kind? I didn't need to hear Mel say they was black. They was black. We saw the ones with B Simone. They was black. All I'm gonna say is I can't say it too much on my regular YouTube channel other than protect yourself. Go get some training. You know what I mean? I was trained before I was trained, thanks to my brother and my daddy. But go get the real type of training and protect yourself. It is absolutely ridiculous. And I'm just glad that both ladies, Melody Cherie as well as B Simone, made it out of this safe, seemingly. Because mentally, how could it not bring some type of level of fear? You know what I mean? I can remember, what's this year? Yeah, it probably was about 9 or 10 years ago. And I can remember driving through Arizona, you know, with somebody. And never forget that this clear guy was completely out of control. We were stopped at a red light and we were the first in line. And there was a lady coming across the street with a stroller. So the light had turned green, but she had started walking before it turned green. So we had to sit there and wait until she got safely on the sidewalk. The guy behind us, clear guy, just beeping and beeping and beeping, beeping his horn. And then when we finally turned, he turned and got up next to us and called us all type of N-words. I would never forget it. And I would never forget having to calm down my ex because his immediate reaction was to follow him. You know what I mean? But things like that and things like what happened to B. Simone and Melody Cherie and a lot of you guys, those things you don't forget. I remember it like it was yesterday. You know what I mean? And it's sad. And we're going to get into one of the reasons why I feel like a lot of these Negroes just do not step up today. I hate to even put his picture on the screen, child, but I'm going to flash it or we going to get to it. It's this type of attitude. When you got old looking like tar, roadkill talking about his own women. We'll get to that in a minute, but let me see what you guys are saying. This was absolutely scary. And as I mentioned, thank goodness that both Mel and B. Simone was able to make it home safely because it's a lot of women that was not that blessed. You think about the cat calls and you think about, you don't want to talk. Okay, I heard you say, hey, baby, go ahead on about your bit. Can I get your number? No, you can't get my number. Next thing you know, you all type of B's and 304s. This is what women go through. That is fear because there has been a lot of women, look up the numbers, that have turned down advances or said something just like Mel may have said, excuse me, or be Simone, man to her business. And then they start, it's a lot of women that don't make it out of that because of these Negroes with these fragile egos. I may need to put that on the thumbnail. Because of these Negroes with fragile egos. It's ridiculous. First of all, Teresa, shout out to Teresa Wright. Teresa, I'm not gonna say anything unless you say it's okay about the story, but I do want to say kudos to your granddaughter. What an amazing, amazing thing that you guys stumbled upon, and she had to the bounce in action. So kudos to your granddaughter. That blind lady said women are gonna have to start walking around with squirt, pow pow, filled with Lysol and Snowball toilet cleaner. Okay, is that effective? Because, see, you could just do the pow pow. We don't want no water gun. Ooh, child, I didn't say it gun. What time is that? 23:52. I edited it out before YouTube get me. We don't want no water pow pow. You know. You know. Go ahead and get you some pepper spray, some mace, and all of that. But me myself personally, I would like to. Yeah, I'm sure because D Me does as well, Stacy Bell. I'm sure she does. Keep it on her. You know? Hey, Chronicles of Kim K. You said my friend's cousin and his friends got unalived by trying to rob a woman at Pow Pow Point. She had her Pow Pow too, and they exchanged Pow Pows. She got away, but she was injured. Oh no, so she passed too. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, Wow. that just kind of took the breath out of me, you know. I don't care about, your cousin's friends. I'm sorry. But them, you know, not making it. But prayers going up to her family, you know what I'm saying? And it's a shame. That's something else that absolutely disgusts me as well. And that is people robbing you of your stuff, you know, and yeah, it turns into something like that. Sorry to hear that, Chronicles of Kim K. Um, well, Teresa, you know what? Shout out to Tanky. We know that Tank is a growing boy, but these were men that Mel was dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And I do know that Tank absolutely would have done whatever to protect his mama. You know what I mean? But to some of these trifling, good for nothing, nothing to do with their time, ours Negroes, I don't think that it would have been a match. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, look, I'm over it. I'm over it. Today, I really had to get off of Instagram, which I do a lot. I go on Instagram, find me some topics, and I'm out of there. But it was such sad news in my algorithm. I'm gonna have to try to do something to change that. It was sad story after sad story. Stories like this and other stories. The black couple that crashed. I don't know if you got, well, they didn't crash, but some clear people were taunting them and a couple other things. We'll talk about it in members only. And yeah, when I start feeling like that, it's really sad. All right, let's see. Couple more. If you missed it, scroll back. Scroll back, Special K. I just got finished playing it. I'm not sure if you were able to see it. Simone, did I read this? You said respect has left the building when it comes to black men's treatment of black women. And yeah, we talk about this a lot, especially in members only. But like I say, protect yourself. Protect yourself. If you want to get into some conversations of substance, join the Cutie Crew. Let me drop it in the chat there. Join the Cutie Crew, where we talk about topics like this, things that's going on in our lives, and what we're dealing with, and it's just deep, deep. I love y'all down. I promise you. I love my kids. Is a new Cutie Crew member. Thank you, love my kids. Thank you so much. I will properly acknowledge you at the end, but I got so many topics. And I will be dropping a link for the night owls that will be staying up and we can discuss. But look, prayers going up for Melody Cherie and B Simone's mental, because like I said, I could think of a couple situations that's happened in my lifetime, and you just don't forget it. You don't forget how it made you feel. I can assure you that especially like Mel, if she's traveling, I don't know if it was late at night to a gas station with her and her kids. Now she got to take special precautions. If she didn't have that thing on her, she probably gonna have it on her. B Simone, she probably gonna make sure somebody is with her when she's just out shopping. It's crazy. It really is. Drop it in the chat if you've ever experienced something like that. Drop it in the chat if you've ever experienced something like what happened to Mel as well as B Simone. And yeah, I've experienced, like I said, the cat calling, you don't want to be bothered. And yeah, I experienced all of that before, you know. And we talk about this a lot again in members only and all of that. This boils down to, and I'm not blaming parents, but when these young men get older and they turn into young adults and then men, a lot of times they weren't taught how to deal with ego blows, rejection. And because of that, they want to act out and be disrespectful, you know? So yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Hey Lois, you said thank God you haven't. I have, Lois. I have. And yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. But let's keep it moving. I want to show you guys this little thug. I touched on this earlier in the video. If you didn't see it, Make sure to go back and check it out. But when I talk about the little thug, I'm not talking about the little YN. Although, in my opinion, although he's a little thug as well, I'm talking about the one right there in that pink coat. Oh, and Debbie, you said you have and you wish you would have had some hand grenades. Oh, child. And Debbie, you ain't had that rolling pin handy. And we are laughing through these pain and memories. You know what I'm saying, Aunt Debbie? Because for you to even answer, that lets me know how you remember it. But let's go ahead and get into the little young thug in the pink coat. See, I'm not gonna sugarcoat this. And it has been upsetting me and my homegirls because everybody seemed to think, the majority, not everybody, seem to think that what this little girl did was cute. And then the only reason why I'm showing you guys this because there is an update. There's an update, and they still let her go. But let's go ahead and take a quick look. Let me go ahead and click like. But I don't know if you guys can see my comment, but I said little thug because that's what she is. And I'll talk about the reactions and the comments and the laughing and the cheering the on and the ooh girl and all of that. I'll talk about that after we watch it. But a little backstory. The little girl in the pink coat was busted shoplifting, and she went and put them paws on some grown women. Jumped back on the escalator, child, and just posed. I don't know what the laws are over there in Manchester. She has zero fear. But let's take a look. Let me make sure I'm at the right one.
Nothing beats a Chit holiday.
So I do have to mute that, but look, take a look. You guys see her? She grabbed the lady, pulling her and everything by her hair, snatched away, baby, and posed. Look at the little leg. Posed on the escalator. She didn't think, look at her. She wasn't scared that people were going to come behind her or anything. But there's more. There's more. Let's go to the next one. Well, look at it again real quick. Grabbed that lady's hair and pulled her baby, and the lady slid. She was pulling her hair so hard. Now, answer me in the chat. I listen and I don't judge. Were you one that felt like this was cute? I listen and I don't judge. But you can see right here, just the caption, this person, Ryan, whoever said, who is this diva? And I just want to say, before we get deep, if this little diva would have been a different skin color, imagine the comments from even our own. But imagine the comments in other folks' comment section. No name face, she would have just mysteriously tripped right on down the escalators real hard. Let's go ahead and take a look at this next one.
Nothing beats a Chit holiday.
So it looked like it was a whole gang of them. You know, all of them got the same little bags. But look at her little badass. Now she in the center. Look at her. Now this little girl got experience. She gonna get to the other side and go up. But that's her friend, and it's 3 of these little girls. 3 of them. This is a erroristic act, in my opinion. It really, really is. Take a look again before I go to the last slide. That's security right there. So can they not put their hands on kids? And these kids know this? Maybe that's the law over there? Absolutely not. But let's go ahead and take a look at this last one, and then we will discuss. I'm appalled. Look at him. They trying to get her. He pulling out the stolen merchandise. Look at her. She's still fighting. There go another one. Look at the other one. Where are the... Child, you see the one in a little white shirt throw something? I'm going to play it again. I'm going to play it again. Look at the little white shirt. Now, she with her mama or somebody. This how they get down over there, huh? This person said, this is the definition of standing on business with the laughing emojis. I'll let this start again and then, because this the girl that she pulled her hair trying to get to her. But they are throwing things, a zero respect for authorities, adults, all of the above. Sweet Tea, it looks like the little girl in the white. Pay attention. I'm going to play it again. It's another little girl, the pink jacket and one with a white sweater on. This is an adult with a baby in a stroller that she's with. This is unbelievable to me. There's the stolen merchandise. I'm appalled. I'm appalled. What are you all's thoughts about this? I am appalled. And I'm just questioning. I'll look it up. I don't have time now. Questioning the laws over there. You know, because it appeared to me that even security, the other adults, the one that she pulled her hair, she wanted to get at her, but nobody did anything. You know what I'm saying? And look, I don't want to, I'll talk a little ignorant at times, but in real life, I promise I would try to do my best to not really put them paws on a minor, but I can guarantee you I'm going to snatch them up. Like by that little pink hood, I would have snatched her up and took her right to security. Guaranteed. But even in the comments, people are over there saying she's only glamorized because she's clear. This person said her skin color saved her big time. She's a little menace. This person said, I can smell the double standards from here. This person said, but them little black boys in Target got called all types of names. This person, if this was a black family, the comments would be different. Where's the parents? Everybody should be in jail. Too many laughing emojis for me. And this is serious. And look, it's serious to me because what I just read, what I just said. Had these kids been a different color, we already know how the comments would look. Yes, they were in Manchester's mall. Peace, love, and light said the hypocrisy is real. And look, I think that as a people, because it's a lot of our own that was over there cackling, chat. It's a lot of our own over there laughing. It's not cute. It's not cute at all. And it's very, very serious because we already see the lady whose hair that she pulled, she was trying to get at her. What if she did? It's crazy. What type of world are we living in? Let me see what you guys are saying. Lady Val said, not cute at all. She would have gotten a beat now. Oh, child, she would never forget. And Debbie said, now, if that lady would have whooped that arse, people would be saying that she's wrong. Facts. Not cute at all. She is one of those spoiled brats that put them paws on her mama. Simone said, I would have swung. Oh, Simone, we said the same thing. Baby. Right there by that little pink hoodie. No Name Face said, pop, pop. Look, Linda. Now, Linda, is that for the little pink little hoodie girl or the boys? Linda said, I never leave home without my special kids. Okay. Teresa, I agree. She did this before. This is not a new act for her. Yeah, look, that girl got experience going up and down them escalators and jumping on the other side and all of that. All of that. And I'll say this about her, just like I said about the little YNs, and she's known as a YB. Okay, she don't get no special treat. If they YN, she's a YB. But I feel the same when it comes to her. Not only should these kids have to go to some type of detention center, and I don't mean for a night. Go ahead and give them, based off of the offense, 2 weeks to a month or whatever. Make them sit in there. But the parents should also be charged. Because where were they in both cases? I don't want to keep aging myself, but baby, back in the day, we used to have curfew and truancy and all of that. And if you was caught in the shy back then, it's not like that now. They will haul you right on down to the precinct if they caught you in a group of your friends out after curfew. I don't recommend that now for a lot of states in this country, again, because of these YNs. But I agree with you, Teresa. This wasn't her first time, and it wasn't little Green Robe and the other crew's first time either. It's scary out here. If we think about the age, just imagine when they get 17, 18. Just imagine. Crazy. But we're gonna keep it moving, or we're gonna keep it moving. I will catch up on you all's comments. But child, it's already 40 minutes in. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna touch and go on this. I'll touch and go on this one. I'm sure you guys may have heard, but Peter Thomas is in the clanker. Peter Thomas is in the clanker. He went ahead and reported to federal prison. He was charged with failure to pay trust fund taxes and all of that. And he has to serve 18 months. Peter is 64 years old and has to serve 18 months for this tax crime. He did turn himself in North Carolina. And let's see, it was one count of that failure to pay over trust fund taxes. That's weird to me. He must also spend 2 years on supervised release. So that's once he gets out. And look, a lot of us, I know I did, always felt like Peter Thomas had a little game to him. I'll say that. I don't know if I want to go as far as calling him a scammer or anything like that, but it caught up with him. So Peter is currently in the Fed. He in now. Somebody else that is going to remain in there is Diddy. Diddy's has been denied as far as him trying to get out early, which is kind of crazy to me because his official sentencing is in October. And we don't know what this judge is going to officially sentence him to. What I will say is this judge not playing with his arse, and Diddy tried to pull out all the stops. Had little Gina to write a letter. Gina was on Tasha K before, said the man stumped her in her stomach. She was allegedly pregnant, but now she's writing a letter to the judge, just let him out, and he's changed and all of that. The judge is not buying it. So Diddy is going to remain right there. Somebody else that I don't have a picture of, but Boosie Badass will be reporting to somebody's Jaya real soon as well. Boosie announced today, and I had it, but I'm not going to go through all of that to try to find it, that he accepted a plea deal. And that plea deal, he going to have to sit his arse down. If it ain't one thing, it's another when it comes to, again, our black men. And let me just say this to black men. I'm not a male hater. Love men. Love my own men. But sometimes we just have to keep it real as far as the disappointment, such as the disrespect towards black women, such as Shannon, Sharpe, such as a lot of you. I had somebody, look, I'm over. You may not have gotten it. Love in Mary Huntsville. I had somebody to send me a clip of, I guess it was Marceau on Carlos King talking about how Claudia may be over the threshold when it comes to her dating. I said, Marceau giving advice and how men don't like women with mouth and all of this. And look, we get it. I ain't even getting into that. We already know how he got there and who put up with it, child. It is what it is. But Speaking of Shannon Sharpe, before I even get into more of his nonsense, well, let me play this one first. Let me get out of this. Because we've discussed and I've shown Cat Williams trying to get through to Shannon. I don't know if all of these people were privy to additional information. We know that Monique, it's like they was just speaking to him. I do think that God sent these people for Shannon, and Shannon just didn't listen. And we know that that's how he is in the predicament that he's in right now. But we're going to take a look at Lil Yachty. It's a damn shame when a young boy, younger than Shannon, Lil Yachty is what, in his 20s, I believe? Take a listen to what Lil Yachty had to say to Shannon Sharpe. Shannon had to be one of them men, and I've said this before, and I think a couple of you did as well. I don't think Shannon got any play growing up. He too thirsty over it. He's ignoring all the signs and all of that. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Shout out to a rapper. Hold on. Look how he looking, first of all. Oh, my goodness. He's a whole... Take a listen and a look.
Man, y'all get to a certain age and you still like them young. You like yeah. You like the same age girls I like. Okay, you're right.
Look at this goofy ass. Yeah. He said, y'all get to a certain age where y'all like them young girls. Yeah. You like the same girls my age that I like. Yeah. Just look. Lois, facts. Warning comes before destruction. Let's continue.
When you get to a certain age,
I'm getting old, but my eyesight's still young.
Now, I saw that part somewhere before, just that clip. The clip of that part. I'm getting old, but my eyesight is still young. Look at this big goof. Seriously. Let's continue.
Right. Okay. And with that, you gotta uphold a certain way because you can't be old and sloppy.
You can't be old and sloppy. You can't be old and sloppy. Let's continue.
You get one or the other.
Right.
Young and sloppy or old and in shape.
Exactly. You don't get old and in shape.
Rubbing his hands together and everything. Linda, what you mean? Epstein has made it to the prison there in Texas. What Epstein, child? We'll get to it. I gotta play that again. Hold on, guys.
Women.
Yes, no. Get together.
Exactly. So people like you, man, y'all get to a certain age and you still like them young. You like
yeah.
You like the same age girls I like.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
It's a shame how ignorant he is to where he thinks that Yachty is joking with him and Lil Yachty is very serious. A younger black male, shout out to Lil Yachty, schooling Shannon Sharpe. Shannon didn't listen. This is crazy.
When you get to a certain age,
I'm getting old, but my eyesight's still young.
Right. Okay. And with that, you gotta uphold a certain way because you can't be old.
He's saying with that, act your age. Okay, well, her last name not Epstein, child.
And sloppy.
You get one or the other.
Right.
Young and sloppy or old and in shape.
Exactly.
I cannot. But I am going to read a couple of these because I felt the same way. This person said him and Yachty was having two completely different conversations. Shannon is ridiculous. This person said, this clip has been frying me all day because this is a perfect example of a Negro hearing something but not listening. He heard it from Lil Yachty. He heard it from Lois. You know you can't put that in the chat, sis. I gotta have that. What's a good way for you to say? You could spell it like this. For anybody that feel the need, you could spell it like that. Okay. But yeah, he heard something different. Yachty didn't crack too much of a smile. He looking at him like, look at this old goofy. Let's see what the next one say. You can actually see the hope leave Yachty's eyes. And look at his facial expression. He holding his hand out like, dude, I'm trying to save you. I'm trying to save you. Peace, love, and light. He didn't read the room with Yachty, Monique, Cat Williams, Cheryl Underwood. None of them. Right here, if you close your eyes and listen, it sounds like a grandma trying to give her grandson advice and him having no clue what she's talking about. You can even hear the disappointed tone in, I'm going to call him Yachty's voice. Person here said, he said, you like him young, and this Negro started giggling and rubbing his hands together and cheesing. He ain't cheesing now. He ain't cheesing now. Not after that settlement. Not after losing that job at ESPN. Not after losing all of them sponsors. Not after losing that $100 million contract, allegedly. He not rubbing his hands together now. He probably rubbing his hands together to keep warm. Because that's where his behind going to end. I was about to say something else. That's where he going to end up. Back in the country where he was raised. Probably ain't even help his family move. Is crazy. But he admitted that he low on funds. Let's take a look.
Jerry ain't returned no calls.
On purpose.
Absolutely.
On purpose.
Absolutely.
To prove a point. What point he's trying to prove, I have no idea.
I run this show.
I'm gonna show.
I'll pay you when I get ready. Like you do me. Like you do me over 5900.
Me?
You basically told me I'm gonna pay you when I get ready.
Oh no, I ain't say that. I mean,
no, your action did.
I'm gonna take care of you, baby. I'm not Jerry. I don't like that comparison. Don't do me like that. Don't.
Yeah, we come up on a year. It's a penalty for being late.
I got you. I got one thing about it. Right? You know what? I got it.
I need to see you got it, but I need to get it.
Right.
You know, I get life right now, Ocho.
He's so goofy. Pocket's light right now, Ocho. Pocket's light right now, Ocho. But this is how I can tell that Shannon has been down in the dumps. Let's see if the Neighborhood Talk has the whole clips. It's based off of what Chad had to say to him. Let's see. Big goof.
That's why I love you. That's what I love. That's what I need. Come on back home. That's what I need. Thank you.
So with Ocho saying that part, come on back home to me now. That's what I need. That's what I need. Shannon is putting on, his best face to come on out here and try to continue to do his show. But with Chad saying that lets me know that behind the scenes, it should have affected him, and he's probably been down in the dumps, But child, goofy. Do you hear me? Okay, Linda. All right, Ghislaine Maxwell. All right. Yes, Linda Gambo. I saw it. I am not going to play it because I don't have it queued up. But you're talking about the lady that's suing he and Chad Ochocinco for $20 million. For them not saying alleged, and everything that I'm saying is alleged. And yeah. Oh, here it is. Let's take a quick look. Hold on. And more Shannon Sharpe news. Let's see. I don't think she's going to get paid, though, but you guys let me know. Look, it seemed like she researched and studied, so we shall see. But take a quick look. Shout out to Linda Gamble.
You gave them an opportunity to even be able to retract it, just to apologize. You sent out
emails, letters, you've spoken with people, the producers over there, everything, and still they chose not to take it down.
Absolutely. So when it all began, this is back in April, many people are just hearing about it now, and that shows I'm not into trying to get a media hit about this. It got picked up. I'm not even sure how. I'm not really talking about the nuts and bolts of the case, but this case is about Shay Shay Media. It's about Pink Deer, the production company that was not fact checking it, or if they did not care enough. I sent emails, I sent letters. Clearly they opened and they responded because they made it private. They did not take it down, and it didn't take it down immediately. And even as of July 31st, things are still on ways to find it on their podcast, on Apple and their other mediums in which they do it.
All right, so look, she did her research, and we shall see. We shall see. It's a lot of people that's cheering her on. I don't know. I guess I'm looking at it from a different standpoint, but being a content creator. But I've always said, if anybody ever reaches out to me in a DM, or email, or whatever the case may be, and asks me to take something down, I'm taking it down. It's not that serious. So she said that they did private the video, but on their other streaming platforms, it's still up there, like Spotify, Apple. But this is the video in question. This lady was at Usher's concert, and that's when Usher was feeding them cherries. And Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco said that her husband left her and all of that. She said that was a lie. So let's take a look at the video. I was embarrassed. And you can't sue me for that, lady. I was just embarrassed watching. Usher could have, I mean, like, I'm clutching my pearls. Minky Finky. Girl, what's going on? Where's my Bridget J? Where's my Bridget J clip at? Because this is how I felt.
Girl, what's going on?
Like, for real. That was a tad bit much for me. Okay. Maybe it's me. Maybe it's me. Okay, so what are your thoughts? Before we move on, what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Shout out to you guys. I still got a couple more now. So if you guys are down, I'm down. Let me write off. Scratch out, excuse me, what we already talked about. Okay, let me see what you guys are saying. All right, Simone said, I hope she get down. Brittany Janae, were you embarrassed, sis? I'm going to play it again, child. Y'all take a look while I'm reading these comments. There go my girl. What's going on? I was embarrassed. And look, I saw this when it first hit the net. She went viral. And I think that, since they didn't say allegedly she was married, and allegedly she damaged her reputation, and allegedly, and look, I'm a root for her. I don't think she's going to get paid, but I'm a root for her, because if this would have been Gabby Shannon with Usher, you wouldn't have said a damn thing. Okay. You wouldn't have said ish. It's not that serious. Look, that's what I'm saying, Just Mia. She's a professional. If I'm not mistaken, she's a director or something, somewhere. And child, for you to go viral, it's the reactions for me. Is she breathing all hard? And girl, what's going on? Let's see. I agree, Minky. Their egos are too big to allow them to humble themselves and remove the video. Yeah, well, they removed it or privated the one off of YouTube, but not everywhere else. And that's the thing. If you have content that's streamed on other platforms, I'm not sure like a Spotify or Apple. I'm not sure how easy it is, but I think that they would have, based off of, Shannon Sharpe at that time. This was before the scandal. But girl, let me get this off my screen. Hold on. I can't even look. Girl, back. I don't see how what they said caused her harm or financial loss. That's a stretch. I agree with you. Give her $2,000 so she can get her some new drugs. Cha. Give her $2,000 so she, because it appears to me that she need them. That was too much for me, lady. That's just my opinion only. I don't say that you allegedly she needed them. Lord, she got me over here stuttering. Allegedly, it appeared to me that you may have needed some new bloomers, child. Give her $2,000 and send her on about her business. Let me get her off my screen. I can't. All right. Now, I do have one other piece that I want to show. When it comes to wisdom, we saw Lil Yachty trying to spit game to Shannon, but this guy right here, Jason Wilson, said that men anchor their manhood to their libido. You listen to him. Listen to him. Yes, Chronicle. She gone. Girl. You doing all of that at a public concert, sold out show on big screens. Well, they not the only one, allegedly, that thought that allegedly if you got a man, allegedly his ass was going to be gone when you allegedly got home. Ugh. Embarrassing. Let's take a look. I love this. I loved it. Take a listen to what Mr. Jason Wilson had to say in regards to Shannon Sharpe.
Although I wasn't surprised ESPN fired Shannon Sharpe, I am troubled by a pattern I keep seeing. Whether you're in the spotlight or not, men are rising to prominence, then falling. Not because they lack talent, but because they lack sexual self-control. Even in the streets, if someone wanted to set up a drug dealer, they didn't send a hitman first. They sent a woman.
Did you guys hear that? I'm going to continue. Hey, Philly girl for life. Sis, you should be getting you some rest. Okay, get out of here. We love you. I'm sorry, sis. I'm not trying to put you out. But get you some rest. We love you. And we're praying for you. He said that men lack sexual control. And if a D-rug dealer, if somebody's trying to get to somebody that sell D-rugs, the most efficient way is send a fine woman his way. And guess what? He gonna meet up with that woman. And then guess what happens to those that do?
Got him! Got him!
Now, I'm not laughing, but got him. Let's continue.
Why? Because the average man is enslaved by lust, and he will go wherever an attractive woman leads him. For it is even written, she seduced him with her flattery, and he followed her like an ox to the slaughter, not knowing it would cost him his life. My brothers, when your manhood is anchored to your libido, you're always one temptation away from losing everything. Unfortunately, some men won't hear the warning until they've already lost it all.
Ooh, that was deep. That was deep. Do you guys agree? Let me know if you agree, because I do. And Minky Finky facts, soul ties is what they call it. Soul ties. And I don't know, maybe look, everybody that I've been with, shout out to myself. Yeah, it was a soul tie. You know what I mean? It was the relationship. It was the marriage. Yeah. So what Minky Finky said is people forget that actual relations is a ritual. Lois said, behind the rise or fall of a man is a woman. Peace, love, and light say no, ick, discipline. Debbie say she agree. Philly girl say, can you say Martell Holt? Philly girl, facts. Danya, hey sis. Danya is back at work, child. Did we? Look, I'm gonna play this just in case there are any men. Ladies, share this with your sons, your nephews. Now, not only do they need to hear this, but they need to take heed to this. They need to make this a daily mantra. Write it on your bathroom mirror and put it on a sticky and put it in your car, because this is the truth and nothing but the truth and nothing but the truth. I'm gonna play it again. I'll read a couple of you guys' comments.
Although I wasn't surprised ESPN fired Shannon Sharpe, I am troubled by a pattern I keep seeing. Whether you're in the spotlight or not, men are rising to prominence, then falling. Not because they lack talent, but because they lack sexual self-control. Even in the streets, if someone wanted to set up a drug dealer, they didn't send a hitman first, they sent a woman. Why? Because the average man is enslaved by lust, and he will go wherever an attractive woman leads him. For it is even written, she seduced him with her flattery, and he followed her like an ox to the slaughter, not knowing it would cost him his life. My brothers, when your manhood is anchored to your libido, you're always one temptation away from losing everything. Unfortunately, some men won't hear the warning until they've already lost it all.
Baby, that's a must save, a must share. He spoke nothing but facts. Facts. 238 of you joining me. Thank you so much. To the Cutie Night Owls, hit the like button for me. Stacy, yes. Now, I will say this. I did see where Shannon Sharpe's brother, I can't think of his first name right now, was inducted into the NFL Hall of Fame. Is that correct? And it appeared to me that he was speaking directly to his brother. Shannon has talked about his brother for quite some time, as far as him being a positive role model and mentor and all of that. I think that in that moment, he was pouring into Shannon. And I did like that. You know what I mean? Look, we know that Shannon gets the dummy ass award for the next decade, but I'm glad that his brother is still by his side, and I'm sure his family is too. Now, them kids, them daughters, I'll be feeling some type of way. That's just me. Okay, couple more. Love my kid says she didn't say stop or no. He looked like he was the victim to me. Talking about Usher, child. Lady Bass say give her $2,000 and the rest in Monopoly money, not Monopoly money. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. That man, Jason Wilson, he is on YouTube. I had never synced him in my Moses voice before, but and I don't know if I may check him out. You know, I try to stay away from based off of their content. I may check them out. I may. They're the first two brothers inducted. Yes. Yes, Sterling, thank you. Always been classy. And you know, I'm sure that he probably had talks with Shannon, just like Cat Williams and Monique and Cheryl Underwood and Lil Yachty. The list goes on and on and on. But sometimes, baby, you gotta fall and bump that head. You gotta fall and bump that head, and he fell. He fell. You know? Couple more, and then I'm gonna move on. Teresa said, if you're in the bushes, please peep out and hit that like button. Thank you. Okay, yes, Sterling Sharpe. Sterling, thank you guys. Thank you. Shannon may have book smarts, but he's lacking street smarts. Good point. Good point. Good point. He clocked it, didn't he? Like an ox to the slaughter. If you want to set a Negro up, just send a woman. Tell her to DM them. You know, that's what they do today. Send them a DM. Send them a little XC picture. You got them. you know, and it happens to all men, all races. We know what happened with the astronomer guy a couple weeks ago that was busted at the Coldplay concert. So I'm not just going to put it all on just black our men, majority of our men. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about because I'm black. You know what I'm saying? All right, couple more. Simone said most of these men who have fallen from grace have a disdain for black women. I say when they feel this way and treat us a certain way, they will always fail eventually. It's a shame. Look, I'm just always confused. You come from what you dislike. You come from a black woman. You got black sisters, and you know what I mean? For me, Simone, honestly, you know, I do have by female relatives as well as male relatives, mixed relatives, you know. So I'm not against anybody that love who they love, but don't be no damn fool. Don't be no Shannon Sharpe. Don't be no Shannon Sharpe. You know what I mean? But if you love somebody, you look, love them. I've dated outside of my race. And I wish I could say, hey, big head right now. I'm going to try to find them, child. It was a beautiful thing, you know. Okay, this last one may get a little deep. Okay, Tanya, I'm sure you're back at work, sis. We appreciate you. And I know you and I was just chatting right before I went live. So glad to hear you are back at work. Take it easy. Take it easy. Take it easy. All right. Now, this last one is deep, guys. And it's a two-parter. And this is another one that let me close a couple windows. Well, I just wanted to say, girl, bye. Girl, like for real, bye. Colorism is in my title. And Ari Lennox made the news recently talking about Martin Lawrence. Happy birthday. Thanks, sis. When is Love My Kid's birthday? Happy early birthday to you. Shout out to the Leos, but the Virgos are coming. And if you don't know how I'm saying it, let me put it in the chat. Shout out to all the Leos, but the Virgos are coming. Yes, we are. Did you guys hear about this? Did you hear about Ari Lennox? She had a problem with Martin Lawrence, and Tashina Arnold. And this came out last week. And before I play the audio, I want to know you all's thoughts. So this is really for those of you that did not hear it. Yes, Minky, Virgo's coming. Virgo's coming. Virgo's. Okay. Shout out to your baby child. Peace, love, and light said Virgo season is coming. Whoop, whoop. Yes, ma'am. Lady Vi. Lady Vi. You see that Virgo? Lady Virgo. But before I get to this, yes, Philly girl for life. Look at these Virgos. Look at these Virgos. And I'll be able to spend mine with some special ladies. Cutie crew, my birthday. But anyway, before I even play the audio, what I want to know from you guys is looking at the sitcom Martin back in the day, did you feel some type of way between looking at the exchange between Martin Lawrence and Tashina Arnold? Did you feel like Martin was picking on Tashina because she was dark skinned? Put a 1 in the chat if yes, you felt like he was picked. No. Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat, or you can just put yes or no. Yes, you felt like Martin was being disrespectful to black women, dark skinned to be exact. Or no. I'm just gonna say no because they had a mutual exchange. First of all, they were acting. Second of all, Pam trolled Martin just as much as Martin trolled her. Now, I don't know if this is before Ari's time. I don't know. I'm going to go up and I'll start from, I think Minky Finky was the first. Minky said no. Miss Lady said no. Dolores said no. Deborah said no. Sharon said no. Pink Diva, also known as my sis, said no. Teresa Wright, no. Danya, no. Also known as Pink Table Topic, said no. Bridget J said no. Lucky Charm, okay. I don't see not one yes. Not one yes. Thank you. That's the comment I was looking for, sis. They were the same damn complexion. Matter of fact, Martin may have been a little darker than Tashina. But yes, Sharon, they were friends in real life. And I love the exchange of Martin and Tashina. And look, forgive me if I'm talking about myself right now and you get offended. I had BDBs until my mama put that pressing comb on the stove and got them edges and got that kitchen in the back. I thought that was real. You know what I mean? And any other thing that they did when it comes to each other. Martin absolutely did not single her out because of her complexion. Okay? Period. But let's take a listen to what Ari had to say, child. This too much for me. I can't. And girl, look, you probably was 2 when that show was on. Don't do this. Don't do this to Martin Lawrence. No. Let's take a listen.
Like of just like always going on Pam, always like that's all I remember. And I didn't like that. But like, so I feel conflicted because while I feel like the show is incredible and I feel like Martin is a legendary show and all of the actors and Tommy and like everybody, like legendary and amazing. And like I adore them all. Like you have no idea. And I adore Martin. Like I adore him. It just pissed me off. Like the joking on Pam. I just didn't like that, you know? Like I always kind of feel a way about that.
That's about all I can take. That's about all I can take. Look, just like folks are saying over here, just like Pink Diva said, they were the same complexion. But what they're saying in the comments is, look, he never even mentioned her complexion. Never. This person said, I never heard him crack a joke about color, though. This person saying, Ari, please. My hair is 10 times nappier than Pam's, and I'm on the lighter side. This was jokes from a comedian. Yes, she's a millennium. Is that the last one? What are they on now, child? I get confused. But she didn't get the reaction that I think she desired. And look, it is okay to me because I do it all the time. Sometimes I be wanting to come out here and make a thumbnail, baby, and talk about some stuff. It is okay if you leave some things in your head. This is what I felt like she should have done. I felt like, I know. She's an R&B singer, so you know this gonna go viral. And why? Why? Let me see what you guys are saying. Let's see. She's reading too much into this. Maybe she's that's in the comment section a lot. Peace, love, and light. Maybe she's self-reflecting about her own feelings, about her own complexion. That's what it's given to me. Chosen by God say, what in the world is she talking about? Love My Kids said Martinice is one of your good friends. He actually liked Pam more than a friend at one time. All right. That was a scene only. They were acting. And baby, Pam One of my favorite episodes is when she took over Martin's whole persona. You guys remember that when she was walking like Martin and talking like Martin? I mean, they cracked on each other all the time. Cam, I Am said if she don't go sit her arse, well, you didn't have arse in there. If she don't go sit down and go watch Gracie's corner, oh child. Clearance Queen, you a Virgo? Virgoats represent. All right, let's see. All of us didn't have good hair. You know, I'm going to get into good hair. I'm so glad that you mentioned that in a minute with one last topic. But look, we can say, I'll say this, Teresa, everybody's hair is good hair. And I think that, you know, that should be something that a lot of us, myself included, need to try to remove out of our vocabulary. I will say this. 4C and 4D. Shout out to my daddy. I think I got C child. It's some of the best hair that you can have. It really, really is. You know what I'm saying? It's thick. It's gonna grow as long as you take care of it. The texture, it can withstand a lot. I think all hair is good hair. You know, but I understand what you're saying. But I think all hair is good hair. Fine hair is good hair. Thin hair is good hair. You know what I mean? Hey, Rolanda, thank you for hitting that like button. Just Mia said they were always ragging on each other. I always felt like he was hard on Pam because she was the friend in Gina's ear. And that's all it was. And they were playing that part. You know what I'm saying? So look, Ari, go ahead on somewhere. Brittany Janae, you say your favorite episode was when Pam called Martin a leprechaun and they started singing. Yes. Look, that's up there with one of the faves. One of my faves of Martin's is when he and Gina thought that they won the lottery, child, and scrolled into that lottery office baby with mink coats and everything on. I think they got about $5 once they split that pot. And then you know when he fought Tommy Hitman Hearns. I mean, look, that was my time. Sunday night, I can remember the first season premiere episode, not only of Martin, but also in living color. Okay. And yeah, this before your time, Ari. Go away from us with this. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and find something, one of them millennials that you can relate to. And yeah, just go ahead on somewhere. I'm gonna touch on this real quick because I definitely don't, and then I do have one final topic when it comes to colorism. Child, Lord forgive me. I know that Trick Daddy experienced some things health wise before. It's the audacity for me. You know, and I'm glad that he was able to get through that. Oh, child, not when they was on vacation. And remember how Pam was beating them up? You know? Look, I love me some Martin. I do. But Trick Daddy, take your ugly ass on somewhere. Okay? It's the audacity for me. Not a woman, less known if she's 35 years old or younger or older, can honestly, in my opinion only, allegedly look at you in the face without wanting to Earl. Do you guys know what Earl is? Let me see if I can find an emoji. Because I don't want to put it in the chat because it's gross. Let's see if I can find a Earl emojis. And it's men like him that just got the nerve, child, to try to come out here and talk about women, period. I can't find it. But oh, here you go. Here you go. Let me put that in the chat. That's what I want to do. I couldn't imagine laying down with him, looking him in the face, rolling over. No, sir. But anyway, he sat down with Anini Leaks and he said he's not attracted to TB. I'm gonna remove it, sis. That's why I didn't put it myself because I don't know how YouTube gonna do, but you fine. Use the emoji for me. Brittany Janae, you know you can't say that, sis. Child, YouTube hit that comment. You say, I know his breath and his earth smell. Oh, let's take a listen to what he had to say. It's the audacity for me. But the person that sent me the clip of Marceau was big up and Trick Daddy. We not on you no more, bottom row. So, but the person that sent me that clip of Marceau also sent me this screenshot. I just got to say it real quickly, John. I ain't going to put it up on the screen. I guess this person was over there in the comment section, child. Let me see. I got to go to my phone with my Chit Chat with QT Instagram page, not my Goodman page. Where is it? Child, somebody over there in them comments said, Marceau, can you chew solids? I cackled. They asked Marceau if he could chew solid food, child. But anyway, okay, she's a Gen Z. I get mixed up. You're a millennial. Okay, so she's younger. So Gen Z. What are I think I'm a Gen Xer. But anyway, this gonna be hard. We gotta look at them, child. Suffer through it with me like somebody else from Love and Marriage Huntsville used to do. Just suffer through it, child. Let's take a look. And look. Let's take a look. I can't.
Oh, okay, with the exception of maybe you and one or two other women, right? I'm not attracted to no women over 35 years.
Oh my God. Do you guys see him? Let me see if I can enlarge this, Jeff. Have you seen Trick Daddy?
So
you're not?
No.
Well, honey, I know you are attracted to me, honey.
But y'all standards are too high. Y'all too emotional. Y'all are damaged good from last past
I'm not damaged.
You don't even realize you're damaged. You see, because you're not supposed to sit here in front of me giving attention to your ex. See, if you ever play tic-tac-toe.
I'm going to stop him right there because that's two different things to me. Sir, you said you not attracted to.
Ex ain't never been.
And I could guarantee you he meant physically. Not attracted to a woman over 35 years old. And I'm going to get on up out of this. But what I do want to say is Trick, nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, is attracted to you. But if you want to get somebody that want to sell their souls for some money, that's the only reason you getting some play. That's just me now. Allegedly. That's just me. Those are my thoughts. Cutie Crew, we'll talk about it a little more in members only, child. I can't do it with him up on my screen like this. Let's get into this last tidbit when it comes to colorism, when it comes to breaking generational curses. And I can admit that I have done this. I'm talking about Jasmine Brown, Cam Newton's about 5th or 6th baby mama. And she's talking about how people question her about her upcoming, well, she's pregnant, but she's about to have their second child. So this is on Threads. Hold on, because it just started over here.
Other moms,
I can't pause it.
Black daughters. People are so obsessed with their skin color and their hair texture. From the moment people found out I had a girl, they were like, does she have hair? Does she have hair? And I'm like, no, not really. She was bald head. She just had 2 little pieces in the front. And I'm like, oh, she's going to have a lot of hair. She's going to have a lot of hair. The bald and always have a lot of hair. And it's like, okay. And then it's like, when I hear somebody come in, you're like, oh, her hair's so curly, blah, blah, blah. Like, I wonder if she's going to have your texture, if she's going to have your hair, or she can have Cam's hair. What color is she? Like, what's her complexion? Why are y'all so freaking critical of little Black girls? It's disgusting. She's a baby. Oh, how does her texture of curls though? Like, is it like yours or is it more like his? What is wrong with y'all? Can you guys let me know if this is a real thing?
Okay, I'm play it one more time. Listen.
Daughters, Black daughters. People are so obsessed with their skin color and their hair texture. From the moment people found out I had a girl, they were like, does she have hair? Does she have hair? And I'm like, no, not really. She was bald headed. She just had two little pieces in the front. And I'm like, oh, well, she's going to have a lot of hair. She's going to have a lot of hair. The bald ones always have a lot of hair. And it's like, okay. And then it's like, when her hair started coming in, you're like, oh, her hair's so curly, blah, blah, blah. Like, I wonder if she's going to have your texture. If she's going to have your hair. Or she can have Cam's hair. What color is she? Like, what's her complexion? Why are y'all so freaking critical of little black girls? It's disgusting. She's a baby. Oh, what's her texture of curls though? Like, is it like yours or is it not like his? What is wrong with y'all? Can you guys?
All right, you guys heard it. You guys heard it. I hate when this circle is so big. Like, why? I want a smaller one. Thoughts. There it is. Danya, go away from us with this. Danya said Trick Daddy looked like he just been embalmed, child. Oh, y'all a mess. Philly Girl said on behalf of women over 35 years old, we pass, sir. We not interested. Okay. Give me your thoughts on that last tidbit. I am willing to stay a good 15, 20 minutes. Oh, shoot. I am 3 minutes over my 8-hour window for my 1 meal a day, y'all. I did have a chicken salad earlier, but you guys are making me cheat because I'm definitely having a tuna sandwich when I get out of here. Anybody want to come up? Give me your thoughts. It has to be quick, though. I did say I would drop the link, so if you want to come up, feel free. We talked about a number of topics tonight, but what I'm interested in right now is, can you admit to what Jasmine Brown said? That a lot of us, when it comes to Black folk, and I'm just going to say Black women really, can say that we're guilty of that. What I'm guilty of, my family growing up, it was always look at the baby ears. And I don't think that people mean it, in a bad way, but she was torn up about this and upset about this. Thank you, S. White. We keep it real. And I can admit it too. The baby's ear, and back in the day, the hair thing. That is a saying, girl. If your baby was born and she didn't have no hair, her hair gonna be down her back, girl. I didn't think that people would take offense to that. And I don't know how many. I'm sure it's a lot. But I've done it. And like I said, we always say, look at that baby's ears. Even, for instance, when it comes to Michael Blackson, his girlfriend just had his first child, and he said it in, I don't know, his post or whatever. No, he said it live on video when they were in the hospital. And the clear nurses didn't understand what he was saying. He said, but look at his ears, though. He gonna be dark like his daddy. Look at his ears. So what do you guys think about this? This is what I like. When we could admit to it, we meant no harm. We didn't mean any harm, and I've done it. Lula B says she's done it. Philly Girl for Life said, yep, me too. Teresa said, yep, look at the baby ear or the finger cuticle. Yes, the finger cuticles. Oh, I got to take a sip, and that ain't nothing but God, because I was about to be messy. Hold on. Oh, child. God said, I'm going to take that air for about 2 seconds. I'm going to say it anyway. Forgive me, Lord. If them cuticles look like Trick Daddy, we already know that baby going to have a darker hue. You know what I'm saying? And look, I love, as long as they don't look like Trick Daddy, I love me and Trick Daddy's complexion. Okay, you can give me blue black. Is that offensive? If it is, I'm sorry. But I was born and raised on that too. Give me the darker the berry, the sweeter the juice. That's what I meant. So I'm not saying that in an offensive way. I think that we all are special. We all have different complexions, shades of skin, and textures of hair. Black is really beautiful. That's why, outside of Trick, that's why so many people try to go and pay for our features. You know what I mean? the lips, the behinds, sucking in the waist. You know, sometimes attempting to just do a lot. That's all I'm gonna say, because I don't want to get in trouble. And please don't take anything offensively, because I don't mean it. Debbie say I have done it. So this is what I think. Peace, love, and light said I'm guilty of it. Yes, they say the shade of their ears and buttocks. I never heard of the butt. I never heard of the butt. But definitely the ears. Debbie, I'm trying to get back to your Trick Daddy comment. You said Trick Daddy look like a pal of ish. Who want him? Ooh, child, he be the one that be like, come here, girl. Get daddy some sugar. Ugh. Let's see. Black is beautiful. We come in different shades of colors. Honey, we can't be duplicated. Facts. Often, I'm not even going to say often imitated, child. We know that that's a saying. But I'm not, often imitated, but never duplicated. Period. You weren't like that, Minky? Trick Daddy gonna have to trick. Baby, I don't know if he know he a trick anybody, in my opinion. You know, that leads with that, you know, facially challenged. That's the first thing you see. Most times they with your trick because you're a trick. They with your trick because of who you are, your status, you know? And that's what Nene should have told him. Look, if he keeping it real with you, Nene, you should have kept it real with him. Period. Yeah, I never heard of the butt. I'm going to be like Cynthia Bailey and get someone from overseas. All right, Linda Gamble. Y'all know Linda Gamble be fast, child. Linda, try to join us, child. It's Stella getting her groove back. What is this right here? I'm not going to click it, but there's an arrow next to Linda's comment that says hide panel. I don't want to mess anything up, but this is my first time seeing it. Let's see. It didn't do it for Teresa's. That's why they buying tanning booths. Yep. But Linda, I was saying we getting our groove back next year. Cutie crew. Overseas, child. I don't know. We'll check the orange man. If the orange man still, can't even go out the damn country because of him. Lois said, heard it all my life, and I've said it and experienced colorists within my own race. So can we say, guys, that maybe that is a self-awareness point for those of us that admitted to saying, ooh, look at that. Yes, girl, that baby head gonna be down. Her back. Said it. And look, they are, in my opinion, old wives' tales. And most times they are true. We love our ancestors, but a lot of this stuff, like I said, we picked up and we've seen it with our Moses, in my Moses voice. We've synced the dark ears, and we've synced the kids end up being a brown, brownish shades. We've seen little girls being born, with little to no hair, and by the time they the hair's down their back. But it's offensive, guys. It's offensive. And I'm not just gonna say it's only Jasmine. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say she was just in her feelings. And I do think that I will, going forward, make sure not to say it. But I think this was passed down to us. And it's not just women that's done it, because like I said, Michael Blackson, when he was in the hospital and his girlfriend was giving birth, he said it. He said he gonna be dark just like his daddy. Look at his ears. Look at his ears. And the clear nurse is like, what? What that mean? So the point is, we're never too old to learn something new or to realize how it affects some people. And that's an easy fix. You know what I mean? That's an easy fix for me. That's an easy fix. So I would just make sure, this is petty and ignorant. I'm about to get out of here because I'm a little tired. And when I get tired, I get a little petty. But that's just like, if you see a little baby, I wish I could find a picture of that little baby that's floated. And I think it's AI. Let me see. That'll make me feel better if it's AI. But you guys, do you remember the picture of... Oh, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. Mm-mm. But see, oh, this is messy. Let me put this to a new window. Ooh, we're going to end this on messiness tonight. But I'm saying this to say, yes, Teresa, get tired and get silly. That's what it is, sis. I'm saying this to say I've made sure to, instead of saying exactly how I feel when it comes to some babies, you know, we look at, you know, right around this area. Some babies, I remember this picture was floating around of this little baby. And you know, when you see babies, you be like, oh, look at this little outfit. Oh, it's so cute. You know, we find a way to bypass things. Hey, Kimberly. And I think that we need to find a way to do the same when it comes to the hair and, you know, just the guess of what the complexion may be. You know what I mean? Do you guys say that, oh, he looked just like his daddy? You know, we oh, he's so precious. Oh, y'all stop, please, because I'm about to get real silly. Let me put this back up here. Minky Finky, you're not right. Okay, let's end it being petty. I'm sorry, Bella. Bella, I'm sorry. I didn't call them. You know what? But come on now. I know I'm not the only one that's guilty. Oh, he looked just like his granddaddy. Oh, look, oh, Lord, forgive me. Forgive me. Yes, thank you, peace, love, and light. Let me get these innocent. And I am slapping my own hand. S White. Now, I disagree with you, though, on a real note. And I'm going to remove your comment or mod somebody. Because kids are innocent. So I don't do that. So, mods, hold on. Somebody. Kids are innocent, even these. But we not calling them by name. Who was that? S White. All right. Teresa got him. Aunt Debbie got him. Woo child. Aunt Debbie got you, S White. You know, we don't call names or anything like that over here. And I don't know none of these kids' names. You know what I'm saying? But I brought all this up because, like Teresa said, I'm getting tired and silly. But I know I'm not. Thank you, Lord. It's the only one that's seen a baby, and they're all precious for real. They're innocent and they're precious. But we've seen, some babies could have been family members. I'm just saying, I'm not just saying strangers. Sometimes we got to hold ourselves accountable. And even that wasn't right. But I've done it. Oh, I love her little outfit. Look at her little shoes. Oh, that bow on her head. So cute. You know, you just go all around everything. And I know it's not right. Forgive me, Lord. A lot of them, Teresa. And look, they do grow into their looks. Thank you. Love my kids. We here, sis. We are here. Because that's what I just said. They grow into their looks and beautiful. Love my kids said the one they call ugly grow up to be beautiful. Yes. So I don't even know how I got there, child. I don't even know how I got there from Jasmine Browns. You okay, S White? Talking about the effects of people saying, what's the baby's complexion? Or do she got curly hair? Does she have your hair? So just a little learning a lesson at the end. Thank you, Minky, because child, I'm like I'm on an island all by myself. Let me properly love my kids. Thank you so very much for the money, and if you sent me a cash app, thank you so very much as well. I'm gonna go pray and repent because I ain't mean to bring up no kids, child. I didn't. But I do want to say we're at an hour and 44 minutes. Shout out to the Night Owl crew. You guys be looking out for your notifications because I plan on doing this quite often. I really, really enjoy these late night lives. As I mentioned to you guys at the start of this video, if you were here, make sure to double check. Make sure you are still subscribed. Cutie Crew, make sure you are still Cutie Crew members. YouTube is tripping, and YouTube does this often, but I don't like it because y'all playing around. I'm gonna have to hit them up because they sticking by that fold. I don't like it. No, Philly girl, your godmother said to me, "You're getting kind of cute." See, and I'm sorry, that's the effect that I would never say that, first of all, to a kid. But I think that the only thing that we're admitting to is, we talking about, the newborn babies. How babies, that's why I always told family members of mine, let the baby grow into their looks, but that's, I'm sorry you went through that, sis. I really, really am. And you're gorgeous, child. You're gorgeous. Godmama had to eat her words. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. It's all fun. We're not serious when it comes to kids. Yeah. I really don't know. I don't know how I got here, Bella. Save me next time, please, sis. Normally, the Cutie Crew or the Cutie Mods and Bella, you are one. Normally, y'all save me. I'm tired. I start work at 5 a.m. It's 10 minutes to 9. So that lets you know I'm tired. And I'm hungry. So let me put some food in my system. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this live. This live was live. Now, if you have any topics that you want us to discuss, well, child, I'm going to put this up real quick. Cutie Crew, we're going to talk about it, especially if I could find this picture, child. We're going to talk about it. But if you have any topics, hot topics that you would like for us to discuss together, DM me. Let me make sure ain't nothing good been showing, child. And DM me on Instagram. Name is Chit Chat with QT. And we can do that. But Eddie Murphy, Carucci, and Nicole Murphy, they've been in the news quite often. And this was back in 2013. We'll talk about a Cutie Crew because I want to get a little messier than I am right now. But allegedly, and I know Simone can't stand this lady. Allegedly, Nicole Murphy and Tracy Edmond was friends. Y'all know that Tracy Edmond ended up marrying Eddie Murphy for a couple weeks. We'll talk about it behind the wall, child. Oh, Andretta, make sure to go back and watch this. Okay, I'm out of here. Teresa, save me. Thank you, Mickey BB. I'm about to tear this tuna sandwich up. Philly girl, if you still here, get some rest. I love you. We are praying for you. I will be making a post in the morning for the Cutie Crew. But for everybody, please keep our Cutie Crew sister, Philly girl for life, in your prayers. Please keep all of us, each other, in your prayers. I'm praying for you guys. You guys pray for me. And let's make this world a better world, child. Tommy Lee, I will. I gotta have your comment though. Love my kids, because YouTube picks up with the $, $sign. Next time, just try to put ARSE. ARSE. I'll put it in the chat for you. I haven't seen anything, so I'll look it up. And we can. Tommy Lee Airport. I just wrote it down. I'll see what I can find out. Travis Hunter has a few wifey problems. Well, I didn't see that, Teresa. I saw Travis and his new wife adopting a new kitty today. That's on video. It's on the shade room and all of that. They look very happy. You're fine, sis. They look very happy to me. Very happy to me. All right, Philly girl, get some rest. I can't even eat for you. I know you restricted where you're not going to be able to eat. Adhere to that. And but I'm gonna tear this tuna up. I'm about to have me about 100 calories before bed. Oh, I was gonna say this to Philly girl. Philly girl, in September, you're gonna see a difference, child. Although Philly girl and myself, we curvy women, child. But yeah, I am losing just for the cutie crew. Thanks for the deadline, but I promise you guys, I'm gonna keep this up forever. 1 meal a day. I'll tell you guys this real quick. And it's really not 1 meal a day. You can eat within an hour window. So for me, I'm doing 16-8. So, I have my coffee, water, and my little clear American sparkling waters. And then through the hours of 12:30 to 8:30, I'm 30 minutes over. You can really eat, but I'm still not going to eat because I'm trying to lose weight. So you guys, intermittent fasting is what it is. You guys check it out. You can do whatever, 16-8. You can do 24. You can do all those hours where you just set a certain time and, and it's only through those hours that you eat. And I promise you're going to lose weight. I promise you. You did 16-8 for about a month, did you? Yeah, I'm going to try to keep it up. I did good. Okay, I got to go because this is Cutie Crew worthy. But I did good because normally when I start something like this, I give myself a cheat meal over the weekend. I didn't even do that. I didn't even cheat this weekend. Teresa, I love crab legs, but that's keto. So that, SKR Security, I don't know, but since we've been here 1 hour and 51 minutes, join me tomorrow if you can at 1:30 Central. We're going to have us a Cutie Crew, quick little members only, just a little chit chat. But, we'll be live on Thursday. Cutie Crew, I must talk to you guys about this itinerary. It is jam-packed, and I'm going to have to alleviate some things. So I guess I'll touch on it tomorrow. This itinerary is jam-packed. Do you hear me? And, I thought I closed you guys out. We'll chat about it. We got enough time to discuss and take away some things and all of that. Okay, I'm out of here. Shout out to the Cutie Crew. Shout out to my cutie mods. Shout out to each and every cutie that joined me tonight. I'm going to call you guys the Cutie Night Owl Crew. And I'll make up us a special thumbnail. I like these late night lives. I really do. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to the replay gang yang. Thank you guys in advance for watching. If you did not hit that like button on your way in, please go ahead, hit that like button on your way out. Make sure you're subscribed. Click that notification bell. Share the video with your friends. And I'll chat with you guys soon. SKR, okay, you said you didn't get the notification. Yes, YouTube is tripping. SKR, I see you're still a member, but double check and make sure you are still subscribed. All of you guys, shout out to the new subscribers. All right, thank you again for any super chats or cash apps. I appreciate you guys, and I'll chat with you guys soon. Bye. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat, chit chat, chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. chat with QT. Chit chat with QT. Chit chat with QT.